So the kit comes with this big heavy piece of plastic, and that is designed to drive you crazy. Let's see. That's designed to go like that. Notice the gaps, okay? There's daylight through there, and then those little tabs, those are for the gear doors, which open kind of forward and back, which is wrong. They're supposed to be sideways. And it doesn't fit down good. So I took, since I have two kits, I took another piece, the other piece from the other kit. This is actually the 79 issue kit. And I've shaved it down. So I thinned down all those walls with the Dremel just to make it fit snug. Snug as a bug. Let's see if I can get that in there. So now with this one, you see those gaps are gone. And from the back, it's sitting in there a lot tighter. So I'm going to glue this in and then epoxy around it, I think. 5-minute epoxy. Then I have to fill up these holes here. I'm going to build new landing gear, not landing gear, new bay doors. And I'm going to do a little tiny bit of detailing in there. You're never going to see it. I'm modeling this in the landed position, hangar bay 94, docking bay 94. And yeah. Got the boxes done, filled up some big gaps. They're not, well, whatever. No one's going to see them, right? But I still want to do a decent job. So I'm using some old Plastructs, and I actually drilled holes into that, and then, they were too wonky. So I put a piece of C-channel down the middle, drilled the holes again, and it only took like 10 minutes. So that'll look a bit better. Then we're going to be using good old guitar string to replicate the hanging cables and hoses, probably more like hoses, hydraulic hoses, that are hanging underneath the old Falcon. And you gotta have those, right? That's a big part of the look under there. Of course, Plastrux doesn't work with Tamiya Extra Thin, right? It's like an ABS plastic. So lots of CA and some kicker and glug, 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 splash it around. So it gives me a place to, insert the guitar strings into. Now to give these sides just a little bit of love. So I'm going to call that front one done. Not sure about that bar that crosses over. It might get in the way of the hoses and stuff. So, you know, it's whatever. I could go on and on and on with detail on those, but that's enough. It's been 3 or 4 sessions down here. So now I'm moving on to making some scratch-built engine bay doors, I guess. And these are just cut out of styrene. They're gonna fit like that. I made a template, printed it out, and this is on sticker, full page sticker, so I can cut that out, stick it to the styrene, and then use that as a guide to cut out my doors. So I'm going to do the last one of those, and then I'm going to get onto the guitar string hoses. The last pièce de résistance, I guess, in this part of the build is to add some hoses under there. That's a pretty classic Millennium Falcon look. And I'm going to achieve this using guitar string, of course. But I'm going to anneal the guitar string, which is to heat it up super red hot, let it cool down. That changes the properties of the metal so that it'll conform to a shape better than just this tough wound guitar string. But I'm not going to include that video in this video. I've created a separate video for it. You can find a link to that in the description box below. You can also find a link to my Instagram account, and we're having a Star Wars group build at ScaleModelAddict.com. So if you're into building Star Wars and want to jump into a group build, we're going to let it roll all year long until the release of The Last Jedi, which is coming out sometime in December, I think. So yeah, group build, Star Wars group build at SMA. And to reiterate, there's another video on annealing metal, just to try to tame these guitar strings so that they conform, they bend right. Alright, God bless, I'll see you next time. Time to either get onto that ramp, or maybe I'm just going to start shaving detail off the back of the rear deck. One or the other. Okay, we'll see you. Thanks. Bye.